Hey everyone, Dana Williamson here with B.A.D, Blessed, Anointed, Destined LLC, the original B.A.D Queen of the Round Table. It is late night that I am recording this video, and I wanted to because as I was going through various social media that I have, I started to feel this weight, and it's a heavy weight that may be too much for all of you here, but I need you to grasp what I'm saying for you, your business, your ministry, your life. What I want to share with you, and I'm just going to relax. What I want to share with you is basically, I'd like to sum up what my year has been through this point. And it has been enlightening. It has been fun. It has been heartbreaking and heart wrenching, if I can use that as a word too. It has been shocking. Um, it has been, or there have been a lot of times where I've had this epiphany and not sure where to go with it. When you are a faith filled, Holy Ghost filled person, you are directed by God continuously. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with even sharing that, you know what, sometimes you feel like you don't hear God. Where are you? What kind of questions do you need to ask? For me, I have literally been in this place of wanting to be excited. I turned 50 this year, and it has been a blessing to my soul having turned 50. But and grateful to God for giving me that day. Okay, I'm grateful for every day, but when you turn 50, I'm 50. I don't feel 50, but I'm 50. Everything that led up to my actual birthday was a time of celebration, again, of revelation, some shocking moments, some tears shed. I cannot tell y'all, I came home from Houston. I was at Texas Cigar Week, the first one, not the second one at the end of May. And I cried. I had such a great time, such an enlightenment about me. And even right now, I know I have so much further to go, but I cried. And it shocked me because I remember saying in March or April that it had been so long since I shed actual tears. It was not long after that my cousin died, and I had to deal with that on so many levels. I'm still dealing with that. And then my classmate died, high school classmate, and I had to deal with that. And then I lost someone close to me that I called friend. No, she did not die. I gained perspective on my business, and I realized after being in Houston that I was playing myself really short. Trying to catch up has still been hard, but I was playing myself really short. Nonetheless, why I'm sharing all of these personal moments with you is that as an entrepreneur, and I've said this many times before, we are not infallible and we are real people behind closed doors, behind when the cameras are off, when we're not at various events or holding Zoom meetings or master classes or any of those things, we are people. And what was so heavy to me as I was going through social media tonight was I'm missing out on life because I was putting other things ahead of me. And let me say it differently. I was missing life because I was putting other things ahead of me. I was putting other people ahead of me. And as entrepreneurs who have a great income or business bottom line for their income, we shouldn't do that. We should not put people ahead of what God has given us to do. And what has been so heavy is I'm looking at everything. I mean, let me just, if I could use this piece of paper as an example. And no, I can't because there isn't anything written on it. If I could say, with everything I have in me and all the things that God has given me, as I looked at those things and how much I should have accomplished if I hadn't held myself back, where would I be? Many of you have heard me ask that question before, just in general conversation, but many of you probably have not heard me say, I'm done playing games with myself. What's happened? Why, Dana? Does it seem like it's so heavy? There's a weight of the world going on right now with the pandemic, the coronavirus, and its variants are not trying to let us go. I think about what I decided to do in 2020 when everything was, really hitting us and just, we were under a blanket of terror, great fear of dying, of something we could not fully explain. And I remember I said, I'm going to keep doing this and I'm going to take advantage of each and every opportunity allotted to me. So while I took advantage of what was available, even in small settings in 2020, in 2021, I put people ahead of me that put those advantages that I had on back burner. So, what is so heavy? The reality that no matter what I say and what I do, I'm no closer to my end goal than I was in 2019. No matter what I've accomplished in 2020, no matter what I finished in 2020, no matter what I attempted to grow, I am still stagnant. It's not about the hustler's mentality. It is about doing what you were set here to do. Dana, it's about doing what you were set here to do. I'm going to entitle this Enlightenment because I think as a coach, business and lifestyle counselor, if I don't share with you the realities of life, who will? If I don't say to you, yes, you can make your first million in a year, put your mind to it, put your head in the game, do what you got to do, set goals and achieve them. If I don't tell you what the reality is behind all of that, I would literally be false and lying. Because feel this weight, while I feel this weight on my shoulders, I know I can easily lift that weight and toss it over the side. How is that? By telling you the game can no longer be played. Time's up. Game over. Because again, I would be lying about being a game changer if I didn't follow through on my own advice. I would be lying about being a bad queen of the round table if I forgot my place at the table. So as you listen to what I have heard, or I'm sorry, what I've said, and you take on what you've heard, you need to realize that somewhere in all of what I said in the past 10, 11 minutes, you'll find you. The reality of who you are as an entrepreneur, the reality of who you are as a business builder, and the reality of who you are as your brand's CEO. You have to be ready for greater because greater is already in you. But if you keep pushing it back and pushing it down and leaving that weight on your shoulders, what you were called to do will get lost. That's not what you need, Queen. So I'm going to give you a call to action. I want you to look at the information below, and I want you to click on the link to schedule a one-on-one with me. Because even though this weight is being tossed over the side, I know what I do effectively, and that's help others grow. That is really what's on the inside of me, helping somebody else. I want you, and you will get past the fork in the road of your business, and you will succeed. And you will find out what has been holding you up, and you'll decide now is the time for it to go. Game over, because you're no longer a player. The rest of the board has just been played.